All right, we got our man. He's a Pelicans color analyst, Sirius XM NBA radio host, Fox Sports Radio NBA analyst, NBA champion. I could go on and on. Antonio Daniels. What's up, brother?
Yo.
What's up, fellas? So wait, what's going on Thursday night? What's going on?
You haven't heard?
I'm making my debut on stage doing stand-up, Antonio, at the Comedy Store in Hollywood. I can't wait.
Are you serious?
Yes.
He is serious. Give him a taste, Rob. Give him a little taste.
No, I can't. I'm at the point. I'm so close to it. I'm not giving out any samples. I got all my work. I've been working on this. I've done a couple, Antonio, on the radio. If you go on, I'm going to send one to your phone. And if you read the comments, I will. I'll send you like the second one. Chris gave me a good review on number 2, Chris. I got better, right? From the first one.
You did.
So
the first one, we needed a lot of editing, a lot of laugh tracks, but the second one, no. It was
there will be no laugh tracks at the Comedy Store, though. You know what I mean? There'll be none.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. Congratulations, brother. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, and keep it clean, Rob. Remember, we don't need you getting fired.
I'm not getting fired on the comedy stage.
You gonna keep it clean? You
gonna keep it clean? All clean.
All right, Antonio. Look, we were just talking about, I don't even know how to ask you this, but we were just talking about Steph Curry. And his GM, Bob Myers, was saying, look, he doesn't know why Steph gets so much criticism, why people seem like reluctant to give him his props. Obviously, many people give him his props, so let's not overstate it. But then you do have a lot who are critical. Oh, he doesn't have the finals MVP, hadn't hit the big shot in the finals, whatever, things like that. What is your feeling on, and do you think it's legit that there are a lot of people out there that aren't feeling Steph?
Yes.
And why do you think that is?
Well, I can tell you this for sure, Chris. You're working with one of them.
That you're not feeling him?
No, me. He's talking about me.
Rob. Oh, yeah. No, but totally. Wait a minute. I've already dressed him down, Antonio. I've already dressed Rob down.
Wait a minute. Antonio, before we get there, and this was just one of my people, because Steph hasn't won a finals MVP, and when you start talking about the greatest of all time, you nitpick. That's part of it. Right. And he hasn't given you a moment. He doesn't have a finals moment. He didn't knock down a 3 to win a game and send the team into the championship, to win the championship or anything. Okay, there's no moment.
I get it. I get it, but does that take away from all that he's done?
Thank you.
Just because he doesn't have
the game's 48 minutes.
Because he doesn't have a Michael Jordan on Brian Russell moment, does that take away from who Steph Curry is? Like, I'll tell you this, Chris, because we had this conversation throughout the course of the week. I don't understand why it is so difficult for people to give Steph Curry the credit that he deserves. I don't know if people feel like he's that kid in class that always got a pass, so you feel like you have to be a little more critical of him or a little harder on him than you are on other players. But I don't get it. I don't get it. If he wins a finals MVP, does that solidify or change anything as far as his resume or cachet is concerned?
Well,
on my book, it doesn't.
Nobody's saying that he hasn't had a great career, but you still look for some of those moments. And here's the other one. Now you got to admit, when he goes scoreless in the final 6 minutes and his team gives up a 12-point fourth quarter lead, the anti-Steph people or the people who still question his clutchness, making shots at the end of games, they don't come out after that performance at the end?
I hear you. I mean, again, what we're doing is it's situational. It's situational splitting hairs to me. You know what I mean? Like, we're very selective in our criticism of Steph Curry. It's almost like there are people, and I'm not saying you're one of those people, Rob, but you may be one of those people, Rob.
Oh, he is.
That may be looking for Steph Curry to go scoreless in the last 6 minutes of the game to say exactly for what you just said.
Right.
You know and I hear you. I hear you. The difference with Steph Curry, Steph Curry's not LeBron James. He's not Kevin Durant. He's not Michael Jordan. What I mean by that, he's not 6'6", 6'8", or 7 foot. You know what I mean? He's 6'3". sometimes his size and stature can work against him. But that's what makes him so great. On the flip side of the conversation, though, is the fact that he is 6'3", and he's relatable. If Steph Curry puts on a hat and walks down the street and you see him from behind, you ain't going to think that's an NBA superstar. You're not going to think that's one of the greatest players to ever put on an NBA uniform. If LeBron, you're going to be like, oh, man, that's somebody. If KD, oh, man, that's somebody. Steph Curry's relatable. And I think the fact that he is done and doing what he's doing to the NBA right now at his size is so incredibly impressive on all levels.
Antonio, let's get to the finals. After I don't. Do you pick Boston if I'm not mistaken? Correct.
No, I picked Golden State in 6.
Okay,
yeah,
I picked them in 7.
Yep.
Rob picked Boston in 6. Rob.
Yep, I did.
Okay, after these first 2 games, how are you feeling about kind of where each team is at? Like, are you feel comfortable with your Golden State pick after what we've seen the first 2 games?
Yes, and I'm comfortable for a few different reasons. One, what Boston did in Game 1, is it sustainable? Is it sustainable?
Right.
When you have Marcus Smart, Derek White, Al Horford, and Robert Williams combined for 73 points, is that sustainable?
Yeah, but hold on. It doesn't have to be sustainable, and you know how games are. Could that change a series where you win a game you have no business winning? It had never happened in the NBA Finals where a team was up by 12 and gave up and lost by 12 at home. That can change a series. You don't need that every game to win an NBA Finals, but that can change it, can it, Antonio?
Okay, so what I said after Game 1 was this. You know when Golden State was up 15 heading into the 4th, and Jaylen Brown went on a nice little run to cut the lead to 2?
Yep.
What I said at the end of Game 1 is if Jaylen Brown misses his first 2 shots of the 4th quarter, it's a 20-point runaway victory for Golden State. You know what happened in Game 2? Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum didn't hit those same shots to start the 4th quarter, and it was a runaway win. My issue with Boston has been this. From the moment that it was 2-2 in the Eastern Conference Finals, I felt that whoever was coming out the East, whether Boston or Miami, could not generate enough offense consistently. So, yeah, we can talk about Game 1, but then Game 2, they put up 88 points. That was my worry with the Boston Celtics. Great defensive team. But can they put up enough offense 4 times to beat the Golden State Warriors? And that was my worry.
Yes, they can when you have a washed Klay Thompson. Klay's washed.
I don't think he's washed. He scored 30
Antonio,
in
he's
the
washed. Did you watch him in Game 2?
Actually, 30 in both closeout games the last
Can they win a championship with 4 for 19?
Here's the thing, Rob. He went 4 for 19 and they still won by 20. But this is what I'll say. Klay Thompson does not have to be Klay Thompson of 5 years ago. He doesn't have to be that guy. Now, for the rest of the series, for these next 5 games, if it does go 7, let's say he averages 20 points a game. And Jordan Poole is Jordan Poole. And Andrew Wiggins is Andrew Wiggins. And Steph Curry is doing what Steph Curry does. That's what you need. Klay Thompson has been awful in these first 2 games.
Yep.
But yet they still won one of those 2 games. Now, if he comes back here and he's really good in one of these 2 games, now they have home court back.
And if he's bad in both of those games and they lose him, you're going to look back and say, yeah, Steph needed Klay. I just think that they can't win if Klay is terrible.
But Klay's got a game or 2
and lose 2 games. I will definitely say, well, you know what? They needed Klay to be Klay. That's why Jordan Poole, for me, was the biggest X factor in this series. Because I don't trust I won't just say Klay Thompson, I don't trust any NBA basketball player that's been out for 2 years and then returns from a ruptured Achilles and a torn ACL. I don't trust that. That's why you have Jordan Poole, though. That's why now he is garnering in between $20 and $25 million a year. Klay Thompson doesn't have to give you 25 points a game. Doesn't have to. He can give you 18. He can give you 21. And then Jordan Poole can give you 18 and 21. That offsets what Klay used to bring to the table, in my opinion.